ball.
Yeah.
Well, let's switch this now to running back. Because you had some, backup, not useless pieces, but guys who were not super important that got hurt on the defensive line. Now, maybe even a guy who's a little more important because Jerome Ford was probably solidly the second running back on this team. Now, I said the other day that I think they were going to use a few different guys in different times. Jerome Ford, there you go, from Mary Kay, says the injury will miss some time, whatever that means. His status for the team's season opener is in doubt.
Oh, hell no.
Well, listen.
Hell no.
Listen, I know y'all don't want to hear this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Oh, boy.
Okay? I'm not hitting the panic button at all, okay?
Zero?
Nah. And I'm not on the go get Zeke thing. And I love you,
Wow.
Zeke. I love you, Zeke, but
right
now, this ain't the time. I want Zeke I need to start running back to go down for Zeke to get that bag, Zeke. That's why I want you to wait. But that's not, with the Brown situation, if Jerome Ford isn't available, they'd be fine. I think Demetric Felton is perfect for exactly what Jerome Ford does. Jerome Ford is a guy that catches the ball out the backfield. What is Demetric Felton? He actually played in the slot. Jerome Ford is a good returner. What Demetric Felton do? He's a good returner. I mean, we've seen him in the Hall of Fame game. So I don't think it's necessarily time to hit the panic button because Demetric Felton can do a lot of the things that you asked Jerome Ford to do or that you were going to utilize him for anyways. If this becomes more of a passing attack, you want to pass him running back there, Demetric Felton is there for that. And John Kelly has shown, through many years that he's at least dependable and reliable to at least run between the tackles and get some tough yardage. If that offensive line is as good as we think it will be, then it doesn't matter who's at running back. We seen Dearness Johnson back there. He had a solid game. We seen running backs that was third string come in there and have solid games behind this offensive line. So I don't think it's necessarily time to hit the panic button. And plus, Nick Chubb is healthy. Nick Chubb's going to take a lot of snaps anyways. I think if you put Demetric Felton in there, he still can do exactly what you need Jerome Ford to do. It's not time to hit the panic button, not over no running back, especially when you're trying to pass the ball.
G. Bush.
Boy.
Dude, hilarious, man.
I look at this, and I'm sitting there and taking when I figure out that it's a hamstring. And this is what I've been telling people all along, man. When we be saying we don't be needing nobody, we don't need this people, we don't need that person, what be happening really is you projecting people to be healthy the whole season. Now, if you look at it, the depth that you thought you had or you thought you was really doing your thing with, Jerome Ford was going to be a big part of what they want to do offensively. Now, you lose your depth at both defensive end spots. You've lost some depth, and we haven't even touched nobody yet. We ain't played a preseason game. These guys will probably be out to game 2 or 3, maybe 4, when you're talking about this in terms of what they're doing. And I just would like to let people know our first 4 games is against division rivals. Mm-hmm. These guys cannot afford to come out here talking about injuries. The first 4, the Browns, they were so banged up. Well, listen, you're going to get fired, bro. So my thing is this. Ask yourself, do you want to hedge your bet and use the resources that you have? Because if you don't and you lose these games, there's no reason, there's no sense in you trying to act like, hey, I was just trying to be fiscally responsible. No, bro, this is it.
Let me ask you a question.
That's it.
Let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. Who are you lobbying for them to go get at running back? Because you seem nervous about this.
No, I'm talking about a holistic approach.
Oh, okay.
So
this ain't got nothing to do with the running back.
But do you want them to sign a veteran back?
I would sign. I'm definitely signing a veteran back.
Who?
I wouldn't really want Zeke just because I want somebody with a little bit. Oh, okay, we got some people up here. Okay, all right. No, I'm Leonard Fournette. No, we can't do that.
Okay.
You're a middle guard.
Yeah.
Zeke,
middle guard.
Zeke, your face, your facial hair is too heavy. Daryl Henderson, Kareem Hunt already signed.
No, he didn't.
He actually didn't
backed
sign.
Out, yeah.
There was no buzz on his name for months.
He actually got a meeting
Yesterday,
with the Colts.
there was a report he was signing with the Saints, and then at the last second, apparently the Colts called his agent and said, "Come to Indianapolis, we'll offer you more money."
Well,
like
the Jonathan Taylor situation in Kamara.
Yeah, right.
I like what Bulls just said. Bull said, "Put some buzz on my name."
Right.
He had no buzz
That's what
on
I'm
his name.
saying. Wait, Zeke, wait, baby. Just
by the
wait.
way,
Just wait.
Listen, I agree with with the point of what you said that I don't care about the fiscal responsibility, any of that shit. I'm with you on there.
Yeah.
But I agree with everything Tyvis said before that. He's dead on the money.
Thank you.
We do not need Zeke on this team. He is not a fit. Zeke's strengths at this point is goal line and fourth down. You know, we got Nick Chubb. We don't need Zeke Elliott. Plus, as you said, Zeke still thinks he's a starter. He's not going to be happy being Nick Chubb's backup. He might say he is, but he won't be. He's not that. He's an alpha dog. He's not going to want to come here and be the number 2 guy. I don't know if there's an opportunity for him to be a number 1 guy, but as you say, if a starter gets hurt somewhere, then maybe he has that opportunity. I don't see that here. I'm fine if they want to bring in another back, but bring in another young guy that's somewhere from another team that maybe you see. But I think Demetric Felton, I agree with you. I think he's got the same type of skill set as Ford. I also like what I've seen from Kelly in the preseason. I think he's only had like 30 NFL carries. But none of these guys interest me. I certainly don't want Kareem Hunt back.
Well, here's
Dalvin Cook's going to be too much money. He's not a
Dalvin Cook is the only guy I see on this list that would be like, ooh. Like, you know, you're going through a bargain bargain sale, you be like, ooh, let me see this. Like, oh, $10.99.
Yeah. I just think eventually somebody's going to pay him a good amount of money.
Let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
All right? The way things has been trending in Cleveland, Elijah Moore has been in the backfield anyway. So that's a mismatch for anybody that's checking him anyway.
Doing that Debo.
Yeah, doing that Debo. They got that little package in there for him. So
Washington did that with Curtis Samuel last year.
Yeah. You know? It's a part. Like, they will be fine. Like Nick Chubb, Demetric Felton, John Kelly, and maybe you sprinkle some Elijah Moore in there. They will be fine.
I mean,
especially for y'all complaining about running backs where they don't even want to pay him anyway.
How many touches did you think Jerome Ford was going to get on average? Touches
in a game?
In a game. How many did you think? Like before this injury?
7 or 8.
Okay, is that fair? 7 or 8 touches?
Maybe.
I'm not going to worry about it. 7, 8 touches.
Here's what I will say. I'll throw it out here. I'm more. I don't like no problems. Like if I got company coming over, I'm overstocking my refrigerator.
Yeah, I hear you.
Somebody might come over there and wanted to eat the whole thing up. So I'm going to have some extras in there. But I will take this. I did reach out to somebody close to Deshaun Watson's camp.
Oh, man. Insider.
And he did tell me, I said, look. He said, yo, I said, how you what are you doing? How you looking? He said, man, 7-on-7 is a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. He been rocking and rolling. You got to come out here. I said, same way I can't watch that movie. I got a lot of doing. But I can't watch that right now. I got a lot of stuff going on. He says to me, and this is facts, he said, look, I said, well, I didn't really ask you this question. How do you feel? How does he feel about, the different pieces on the offense and defense? Because there's been rumors of people like we had, what's his name, DeAndre Hopkins and blah, blah, blah. He said, verbatim, he said, yo, he says this is the most talented group he's ever played with. I said, what? So you mean that's offense or defense? He said offensively.
It is.
This is the best unit ever played with. And I thought that was
he played on. So I mean, they won games with him his first 2 full seasons, but they weren't very talented.
The only thing he lacks is somebody to stretch the field, and which Marquise Goodwin's injury is the big hit to that. But if he gets a guy that can vertically stretch the field, Elijah Moore is better than anybody he had in the slot. Amari Cooper runs routes better than anybody he's ever played with. Probably,
but he's not better than DeAndre Hopkins overall.
No, because DeAndre Hopkins is DeAndre Hopkins.
I thought that was eye opening. I'm like, wow, okay, like he really.
David Njoku is better than people give him.
He
credit.
likes the roster, and if you like it as is, look, that's on you, dog.
You also,
but you down. You also,
he's got no excuses.
You vouch for him. Yeah. Them is your peoples.
Well, you ain't got no choice as a quarterback. But I told you they got to save that man. Everybody was talking about the DP or the Donovan. God dang, I can't get that boy name on my hand. DeAndre Hopkins stuff. Yeah. And I told you they got to save some money. Now you got these injuries. You got these guys going down. You sign D-Hop, guess what you're not going to be able to sign?
Okay, I like
Some
that.
of these missing you can't get that D in. You can't get that running back.
I like that.
You was talking about, oh, no, don't worry about that now.
We just all said we don't want it. Or at least you and I said we don't want him to spend on a running back anyway.
No, I don't, but I'm saying at least if it comes to that situation, you have that luxury.
I don't know. Now, there's always a way around the cap.
No, it ain't.
Yes,
if he come and knock on the door like, listen, this ain't going to work. Now, here's the scary part, right? The scary part is this. Any injuries or significant time off for Amari Cooper or Nick Chubb, And now we.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Now we got a problem. That's
a problem.
Any significant, and when I say significant, we talk about. They say 4 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks. Oh no.
Now listen. If Nick Chubb goes down,
don't you say that.
Listen,
don't you say what I think you're about to say. Don't you tell me. You tell me that.
Nick Chubb goes down. I think they won't be as bad. I think they still could win games.
I was just going to say
it would turn into a shootout.
I agree with you. I don't think it's as much as I love Nick Chubb. I don't think it's as big a deal, only because
if Deshaun Watson is back, it'll turn into a shootout.
If he's not back, they're not going to be any good anyway. Yeah. So it doesn't matter. Remember, if Deshaun Watson at his best was a top 5 receiver, a top 5 quarterback, right? Top 5. He was at his best in Houston. If he gets back to that, and when I say top 5, it's okay if he's 6 or 7. You know what I'm getting at. All right? If he's in that super elite group of quarterbacks, which he's capable of, he gets back to that, then only the super elites can survive without stars.
Right.
The super elites only. That's it. Nobody's denying that the Browns won't be worse without Nick Chubb. I don't think the season's over if Nick Chubb gets hurt.
I think they could possibly still make the playoffs.
Yeah.
But I think that with Nick Chubb and Deshaun Watson, you could win a Super Bowl. I don't think you can win a Super Bowl.
It would be much harder.
Because one of the areas that every team struggles with, and the Browns especially, when 2 days ago, I was just watching the camp. When you get inside the 10-yard line, all that other stuff, that's dead.
It ain't no room.
Ain't no room to run all that.
But you know why? Who helps that? That's why Elijah Moore is in the backfield, because people ain't like, oh my goodness, you got a wide receiver in the backfield, now linebackers checking him like that. That's crazy.
I need to be able to, especially with that offensive line. They're one of the biggest, and then and DeJuan Jones can still be put in the heavy package.
Let's put him in at running back, maybe.
Oh, DeJuan Jones.
What is this, the fridge?
All right, let's leave it there for now. We'll send it to Mikey.